Hi, hello, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Marty's Minute Meditations, the podcast that explores the sacred masculine and the hegemony surrounding it that keeps it prisoner. If you enjoy Marty's Minute Meditations, please visit Marty's Patreon page at patreon.com/Marty's Minute Meditations. There's a link down in the description, so you can just click on that. Please become a martyr for manhood and donate monthly. Help Marty to help men. Okay? I love to have these conversations and to delve deep into these interesting facets of our reality. And the more people we have on board, the more I can get out there and the more thoroughly I can do it. If you're a new listener, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hopping on the boat. And if you're an old listener, thanks for sticking around. The more people we have on this boat to help us row down these torrential waters, the more fish we'll catch in the end. Now, with that being said, let's begin today's episode. Mama. Mama. This is a very special episode because I want to talk about something that's very special to me. And I opened up the space with that hum, but it also opened into probably one of the first sounds that mankind ever made. Mama. Mama. Mother. Mom. Right? That's an important thing. This is to talk about. I hate to jump on these silly corporate holidays. These holidays that are just pushed by big conglomerates to sell things, right? For material needs. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day. All these days are just thrown out there to just throw money into the corporate pockets, right? Mother's Day, it's a big day of gift giving, right? Hallmark has a great time with Mother's Day. So I don't like to latch on to these holidays because I don't want to be a part of the corporate monster, we really lose track of our honesty and the true feelings and the spirit in these days and what they really mean. Mother's Day. What does it really mean? Does it mean giving a card to your mother that was written by somebody else? Hey, thanks for being a mom today, right? With some cheaply written, unthought, verse of poetry, right? I am your son. You are my mom. I'll think of you all the time. I'm making this all rhyme. It's really, it's unthought of. People don't really dive into their deepest, most heartfelt feelings to communicate what a mother really is. And I go back to that sound, mama. I mean, say it. Say it. It goes down to the core of who you are as a human being. Mama. Right? It really gets at the deepest thing. The need to be accepted and loved. The need to be embraced by a loving spirit. It's the first spirit we come in contact with. It's the first woman we come in contact with. It's that sacred feminine, the mom, the mother, right? whether you're a woman or a man. You come out of a womb. Someone comes into that vagina in order to make you a person, and you come out of it. Isn't that interesting? I don't want to get too into that thought pattern, because people are going to go, ooh, that's gross, right? Don't talk about it. It's true. It's honest. It's nature, right? It's what it is. And people who want to deny that, I just want to say you're afraid. You're afraid of what humanity really is. Yeah, it gets a little sticky. It gets a little sticky and moist, humanity. It always has been. And you just want to, sanitize it and make it delicate and simple, right? That's how mankind has progressed all through life. That's how genes have been spread. That's how it really is, right? So if you deny that, you're really denying the beauty of mankind, the beauty of parenthood, and especially the beauty of motherhood. The beauty of motherhood, it's not all, frills and flowers and la 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 and cakes and cookies, right? It's not all head pats and positive reinforcement, right? It's not all gifts and love. You have to remember that you come from the sticky, gooey womb of a woman. And there's power in that, and there's sacred things in that. That it's beautiful. And if you say that's gross, then you're gross, okay? If you say it's gross, then you're weak and scared, and you can't handle the fact that you emerged in the hot placental magma. Right? It was gooey and warm in there. And your mother's womb was like the opening of a volcano, emitting the hot magma of your life. And if you can't appreciate that, I don't know what to do for you. We all have to admit to the sticky reality of our existence. We all want to make it so safe, right? Sanitized, right? And I'm sure there's somebody out there going, Marty, I was a test tube baby. Well, that still was sticky. And you still needed the basis of human existence, of human material to become what you are. Maybe you didn't pop out of a womb, right? But you popped out of the essence of a womb. We still know that birth is an entrance into this reality. What reality was there before that? What reality was in that womb? What was our consciousness? What did it start as? We became soul bonded with our mothers. We were bonded, and we will be bonded forever because we carry on the spirit of that sacred feminine. I don't want to get too carried away. I could pontificate about, the connection between mother and child forever. I can. It's something I love to do. It's something I studied. It's something I continue to study. About the roots of a mother's spirit, rooted into themselves. The sacred feminine that is nature already. Your mother gave a life to you. And what do? You yell at her when you're 14. Just can't wait to get out of the house, right? Because she puts these expectations on you, her and your father, right? And you're 14 and you're yelling at her and you go, you know what? Forget you, Mom. I don't care. I hate you. I hate you. You said that to your mother. You said that to her. I hate you. The woman who gave birth to you. And you go, Marty, well, you don't understand what I went through. You don't understand what I went through with my mother. I understand. Give it to me. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Just tell me what your mother did to you. Just sum it up in a couple sentences. You can vent to me. You can air your grievances about your mother to me. Go ahead. Wow, that's hard. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. And if you're still going, I understand. But I said a couple sentences, right? I just wanted to open that space up for you to air your grievances, to be open, to understand that I'm here to listen, and I understand. I understand all that. But at the end of the day, she gave birth to you. You are her. So when you grieve about, the frustration you felt about your mother, you're really grieving about yourself. All those feelings inside of you are a part of her, and you are a part of her, and she is a part of you. And that can't be denied. I would say that there's more of a connection to your mother than your father. Isn't that interesting? That our most natural connection is to our mother. Literally, even as we are pulled out of her womb, or we are blasted from her womb, or easily, guided out of her womb, we're still connected by an umbilical cord, the thing that has fed us through our entire time in that womb. And they have to snip it off. They go snip, snip. No more. No, you can't go back in there. You can't be a part of that. That's done now. You were connected and now you are not. But we are connected. We're connected soulfully. That was a lot. That's a lot to think about. That's a lot to take in. To understand that even through your grievance, even if you're frustrated by your mother, she's still a part of you. You could be mad at her. That's okay. I'm not saying you can't be mad at her. I'm not saying you can't be mad at your mother. But, with this Mother's Day special, this holiday of corporate greed, and just a desire to get at your inner workings, right? Just to manipulate your mind to give your mother worthless trinkets that she's gonna go, oh, thank you, and then she's gonna throw out, right? Just remember, she's probably gonna throw those out because nothing means more than something like, a macaroni picture, maybe some household, just homemade jewelry, right? Or maybe just a nice meal. Did you ever think about cooking for your mother once in your life? Maybe you're like, Marty, I already cooked for my mom. Well, that's great. You should be doing that. Who did you learn to cry from? Who did you learn to cry from? Who did you learn to feel things from? And this is specifically geared towards the men out there. This is Marty's Minute Meditations. It's hard because, especially in these scary times, especially in these weird times, we don't know who to turn to even have feelings, right? Especially men. We're expected in these moments. We're expected to be men right now. We're supposed to hold it together, right? You can't be wimpy right now. All of a sudden, it's all get in touch with your feelings, but all of a sudden, the poo-poo hits the fan, and now you're expected to be strong, to be able to handle all this, right? God forbid if men felt anything at this point, right? Scary times, strange times. And maybe at this point, all you want is to just bury your head into the lap of your mother. Maybe you want to cry in there. Get closer to that womb that held you, that took care of you, that embraced you for 9 months. That warm liquid. You want to get fed by your mother again through that umbilical cord. If only there was still an umbilical cord connected to your mother's tum-tum, and that you could just, grab and just suck nutrients from. If only that was the case, but it's not the case anymore. But there's still the umbilical cord that passes on the emotional and spiritual material that keeps you going through life, right? So have you been a good boy? I think that's something that your mother would ask you, right? You've gone away for a long time, you come back. Hi, you get embraced in the loving embrace of your mother. You're filled with the spirit of her sacred femininity. And she looks at you and she goes, have you been a good boy? Have you been a good boy for your mother? For your mom? For your mama? Your mommy? Your mom? Have you? You don't need to answer that question to me right now. That's okay. You don't have to say that. You don't have to judge yourself, right? I mean, when I ask these questions, I feel even myself tense up and go, oh, I've been a bad boy, been a bad boy. And then I chastise myself. I hit myself. Bad boy. Ow. Bad. Not a good boy. Don't beat yourself up about it. I think that's an important thing to remember, is that your mom just wants you to be a good boy. She wants you to go out there and be the best boy you can. She gave birth to you. She allowed your spirit into this world. She wants you to have the strongest, fullest spirit you can, right? She doesn't want you coming back and going, I've been a bad boy. But even if you have been a bad boy, she's going to look at you with those motherly eyes, those loving eyes, and go, why? Why would you do this? Why do you keep coming back to me and saying that you're a bad boy? Right? I love you. I can't help but love you. And when you're a bad boy, it makes me look like a bad mom, a bad mama, a bad mommy, a bad mom. All the other moms talk about me. They say I'm a bad mom because I got a bad boy. Sometimes I wonder if bad boys deserve a big slap from their mom. Their dad's they're not going to listen to their dad. They're going to get, rebellious with their dad. Their dad slaps them. But if their mom slaps them, right? If your mom slapped you, I would take it seriously. Because her spirit, her motherly spirit, it's like Mother Earth's, polar ice caps melting and flooding cities. It's like, oh, maybe we've done something wrong. That's like a mother slapping you in the face. It's like, oh, maybe I've done something wrong. And we all know that we're learning and really changing our ways from how the planet is reacting to us. We're really turning it around. So maybe we should do the same as individuals, as individual men. Mothers should have the right to look at their boys and go, you've been a bad boy. And give them a nice slap on the face, right? Just to jolt them, just to wake them up. How many boys would wake up from that event, Because they've been bad boys. And their moms say it. And it hurts when your mom says that. When your mom says, you've been a bad boy. Ooh. When my mother would hit me, I knew that I was doing something wrong. I knew I did something wrong. I knew Marty was in the wrong place. I remember I would scream at my mom. I would scream at my mom, and my mother would go, Martin, if you raise your voice to me one more time, I will hit you. Okay? I will hit you. I don't want to. My spirit, my heart does not want to hit you. But I feel like it's the only way. And she would sit me down. My mother would sit me down and explain to me why she was going to hit me. For 2 hours about. She would explain. She would give me a bullet point list. She'd go, Martin, I understand that you're frustrated right now, but I'm frustrated too. And, everything that's been happening with your father. And I just, you have to understand that your spirit is taking on the spirit of a wild, rambunctious wolf, and the only way that I could deal with this wolf is to assert my dominance in this situation, so you could understand that I'm the mama wolf. And she would explain the tales and the stories of the mama wolf, right, through the woods, and she would give me this analogy about how I was lost in the woods, and it was because I ran away, and I thought I was being playful and smart and thought I was seeking my own independence, but really I was dishonoring the mama wolf. And the best thing for the mama wolf to do was to assert her dominance. And so she would have this conversation with me for 2 hours, and then she would bend me over and slap me on my tush. She would slap me on my tush. I'm not afraid to admit that. And it made me the Marty I am today. Made me the Marty I am today. I literally wouldn't be Marty without what the love that my mother gave, the guidance. Sometimes the mama wolf's gotta do what she has gotta do for her cubs, right? You witness the mama wolf, kill a squirrel in front of you, and you go, wow, this is really traumatizing to me. But she has to feed her family, Maybe you've seen your mama wolf do that. Maybe your mama wolf, one day went out in the backyard because you and your sister wolf were hungry, and she found just some squirrels, and she just, took a baseball bat. The baseball bat your father gave you for your birthday, the last one before he, left forever, right? And she took that baseball bat, and she just, and then she came back with a couple squirrels, right? And she had to feed her family. Sometimes the mama wolf has to do that. Sometimes your mama wolf has to do what she has to do to feed her family, okay? And then maybe, the papa wolf comes back, right? Papa wolf comes back expecting all the other wolves to act like nothing ever happened, and mama wolf acts like it. Mama wolf acts like it. Like nothing ever happened. And you find mama wolf and you go, Mama, why are you letting daddy wolf back in? You remember what he did? And she goes, it's been really hard lately. It's been really hard for the wolves, okay? Without your papa wolf, we have to operate as a unit. You understand that? And then, you get so angry at your mother because you thought she was a strong wolf on her own. But then you forget as a person, as a good boy, that, life is hard. Life is hard alone. Life is a hard thing alone. And a lot of mama wolves out there are alone doing their best. And you got to love those mama wolves. They're doing their hardest. They're giving their spirits out there. They're giving themselves out there for their cubs. Right? And then you get into a fight with your papa wolf and you leave. You leave home. You leave home. Because you feel like you become your own wolf that can go out there. You don't need mama wolf cleaning up your poop anymore. You could take care of it yourself. But that spirit, that mama wolf spirit goes with you forever into the wilderness, wherever you go. It's there. That mama wolf is there the whole time. Don't deny that. Don't forget that as you go out there as your own wolf, right? We talk about male independence, right? Going out there and being your own man, right? Into the forest. This is important. Your mother helps you build the emotional reality inside your wolf. She helps you balance yourself so that you're not just some ferocious beast going out into the woods on your own. So you could see the forest in a compassionate, loving way. And that spirit is always with you. So I want to take this meditation to really rediscover that mama wolf in there. Really take the moment to rediscover that compassion, that love. That voice inside that goes, good boy. You're a good boy and I still love you. So take a breath in and a breath out. And a breath in and a breath out. And close your eyes as long as you're not driving or operating heavy machinery. Remember in these trying times that the mama is alive in you, okay? want you to imagine that you're just a little baby. You're a little baby boy. And of course, I don't want to exclude the individuals who don't label themselves as male in this situation. You can still take part in this journey, in this imaginative journey, if you identify as female, as non-gender conforming. You can take part in this meditation, right? So imagine that you're just a little baby, and you're in your crib. You're crying, you're upset, you feel the turmoil of life inside you and outside of you, and you can't comprehend it. You feel the weight of existence pressing down on you. But you're a baby, so you can cry, you can emote, you can feel those things, that overwhelming feeling. You could feel all those things. It's okay. It's okay. You wail and you cry, and all of a sudden, before you know it, who walks into your room to stand by your crib? It's your mama. It's your mom. It's your mama. Your mommy. Your mama. Your mama. Your muma. Your mother. Mom. Mum. Muama. Mom. Right? All those sounds. Those sounds, the beginning, right? Probably the first sound you ever make. Ma. So simple. So simple and easy, but so important. It had to be easy. We had to call out to our mother. Right? It had to be simple. So we needed it to be quick. Ma. That's love. That's a sound of love, of longing. And she's there. She's right there. She picks you up out of your crib, and you feel her cradle you in her arms. You feel the beat of her heart, the love, the gentleness inside her. She didn't even have to work for it. She just has it. It's innate in her being because she loves you. She bounces you up and down, right? You feel that. And all your fear, all your longing, it's gone. As you feel yourself just in her arms, you feel weightless. Weightless, taken care of. Right? She knows that you're hungry, so she takes out one of her nipples for you to suckle on. Right? Don't run from that. Don't run from that image. That's your mom feeding you. Don't go, ooh, that's gross, or ooh, that makes me uncomfortable. Why? You suckled from it years ago. Why is it so weird to you? I mean, maybe not do it now. That's strange. If you're, a middle-aged man and you're suckling at your mother's breast, that's strange. You don't need to do that anymore. You can consume other nutrients for that, right? You can have oatmeal now. You don't need your mama's milk. So she takes out her nipple. You wrap your lips around your mother's nipple, at her nipple. You suckle at it. And you feel the life force of your mother entering into your being. Remember, this is a meditation, so you're just imagining this. Imagine that life force entering you, right? To rejuvenate, so that you could become a good boy again. A good, strong boy filled with life, compassion, love, right? All from your mama's nipple. All from your mama's teat. Feel that milk. Feel that milk surge through your body and give you energy. Feel replenished by that milk from your mother. Feel strong and full of life and love. Maybe your mother sings you a little lullaby, And it's way better than that terrible Hallmark card poetry that you read, that you're going to give to your mother on Mother's Day. Right? Maybe she sits down in a rocking chair and she rocks back and forth and sings a little lullaby while she feeds you. Remember getting that much love? Wow. If only we gave each other that much love as adults, maybe the world would be a better place. So she gets up, she puts her nipple away, and lays you down in your crib. And as you drift to sleep, you remember that she's a part of you. Your mother's within you. And then we all have one big mother, and it's Mother Earth. If you ever feel lost, stressed out, exhausted, don't forget to just lay down. Give your body to the floor. Let Mother Earth cradle you like your mother once did. All your stress, fears, anxieties just melt away into the ground. Let Mother Nature's tit feed you the milk. That every breath in is like milk circulating through your body to replenish you and give you energy. Because you're not the only one with a mother. We all have a mother. And we could all be mothers to each other. Though, men, I wouldn't suggest giving your milk to anybody anytime soon. That was just a little joke to end off this meditation. I know I don't often end with a joke, but I feel like this was a very serious and an intense meditation, and I want to give it some lightness. Thank you for joining me in this week's episode of Marty's Minute Meditations. And just a reminder, if your mother is still around, and if you get to see her, just remember to give her a big hug and a kiss. Because you only get one mom. You only get one. And if you can, give her a call. Tell her you love her. That she means a lot to you. Because someday your mother's going to be gone. Forever. You'll never get to see her again. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Remember that she helped you become the man you are. And think about her whenever you're trying to be a better man. Right? Remember that she let your spirit out into the world. But it's up to you to make that spirit as full, compassionate, and loving as possible. So I hope you join us again in another episode of Marty's Minute Meditations. I have a great time making these episodes, and I hope you have a great time listening to them. Please become a Patreon member, become a monthly donor, and if you are, please, send me messages. Tell me what you'd like to hear, right? Are there any topics out there that you'd like Marty to tackle, They don't even have to be specifically, about manhood. They could be anything. I love to find the connections of our spirit to all sorts of different realms of our world, Also, if you're interested in visual content, check out Marty's Minute Meditations on YouTube. I'm starting to get some of these podcasts out visually for you. I have a great little animator, doing some work for me. Thank you, Nick. I'm just trying to get as much as I can out there. And the more you help me, the more you donate to Marty's Minute Meditations. The quicker I can get it out there, the more time I have on my hands to do it. And until next time, I'll be here, waiting, ready to meditate.